Hi, have you ever played sports in high school and had college offers after high school? I am Ronaldo Negrete, former EHS graduate, class of 2016. I had many scholarships and college offers to play in college after high school that I could take advantage of. Taking those opportunities is a great choice for a sports player, especially right out of high school. Although, are you healthy enough to make it right after high school to play in college? I had many injuries myself in high school, like freshman year. Freshman year, my first injury was in a sports game. I fell and slipped and got my hand stepped on with cleats, and unfortunately my hand broke. One of the injuries that I had occurred during high school. Sophomore year, due to stretching, something happened to my ankle, and I had to get surgery in my ankle, my right ankle on this side. It was pretty tough. Junior year of high school, I believe this injury could have been prevented due to stretching. Sometimes there's injuries you can't do anything about, whether it's stretching or not. Unfortunately, I jumped and something happened. I fell, broke my collarbone. Senior year of high school, definitely an injury that could have been prevented due to stretching was my hamstring. Wasn't focused at all. Made it to state finals, and here we are stretching, focusing before the game. It was definitely a game that I could have prevented it. I didn't focus, and as soon as the game started, blew the whistle, did a sprint, full blast, playing defense, caused me to stretch, pulled my hamstring extremely bad. As soon as I ran and the hamstring was pulled, I came to a crash with the other player. My knee was damaged. I had a crack in my knee, and unfortunately, it was pretty rough. I believe it could have been prevented due to stretching. Stretching is an important task before any physical activity, especially sport competitions. Now it's time to take some time and learn some ways to avoid injuries in the future by properly stretching and warming up before any type of competitions. Static stretching before a workout or competition is an important with your task and with your correlation. It allows your muscles to be flexible for any type of movements you're about to perform. Like repetitions of 30 seconds each by 30 seconds each. Sports psychologist Markovic. It also helps with avoiding soreness after any type of competition or workout within 12 to 72 hours. Herbert 2007. Now that we have discussed a few elements towards stretching and the benefits, we can discuss what would happen in the occasion of not stretching properly. Imagine it like a rubber band that hasn't been stretched in a very long time, and all of a sudden you want to stretch it full blast. It's gonna rip or tend to rip or be very tender. Muscles are like rubber bands. The more flexible it gets, the longer they last. If you flex your muscles, the longer your muscles will last, the longer you'll last in a competition. For example, someone with a tight quadricep who will attempt to sprint without stretching immediately can get something called patella tendonitism, which causes inflammation and pain that was mentioned by Helena Filippo, a personal trainer. A few of some basic stretches for exercises like soccer and workouts can be found at veryfitwell.com, such as hip flexors, quadricep stretch, standing calf stretches, groin stretch, hamstring stretch, simple shoulder stretches, lower back stretches, which stretches that help that most of the body parts are used in workouts and competitions such as those. Stretching and warming up is effective. Makes your muscles flexible to prevent most injuries, although not all injuries can be prevented due to stretching. Some injuries can be caused by breaking a bone or by other different types of injuries that can't be avoided. You will also prevent inflammation and soreness as well. If I would have done this, I could have prevented my injury back in high school. I would also be avoiding surgery, knowing there was a specific stretch for my body parts such as my hamstring and my knees